The Duggar family has been a towering symbol of conservative Christian values for years, with their life being broadcast into millions of homes through social media updates, interviews, and glamorous TV specials. Their followers envision the Duggars as a perfect family, complete with large smiles, numerous families, traditional courtship dress, and modest clothing. Yet cracks were continually forming in the background. Under the limelight, every choice, mistake, and muttered rumor is amplified. And as soon as murmurs become cries, humiliation quickly follows. Right now, John David and Abbie Burnett Duggar are the center of attention. The couple is currently involved in a scandal that could destroy the already shaky Duggar family name, despite their well-earned reputation as one of the more stable and ordinary Duggar marriages. The ideal duo. A lot of people believe that John and Abbie's 2018 marriage was the Duggar family's salvation. Compared to those who followed strict dating conventions, including shy side hugs and long, awkward conversations with an awkward chaperone, John and Abbie's romance seemed remarkably genuine. Abbie, a nurse with her own goals, was greeted warmly by the Duggar ladies. John, a professional pilot and police officer, was accurately portrayed as one of the older Duggar sons. They seemed to make the ideal couple, able to remove themselves from the spotlight and live a clean life. But one's reputation is brittle. Additionally, striving for perfection wears one down. Unhappiness is visible. It started out slowly. Instagram users who follow the Duggar family have noticed Abbie's infrequent appearances. Her grin seemed to have been forced. Once praised for his composure, John appeared increasingly nervous any time he was in public. Were Abbie and John unhappy? On fan forums, it was the question. Was Abbie quietly flouting the strict rules of the Duggars? Or perhaps the pair simply did not know how to cope with the scrutiny that accompanied being a family man and a public figure? To portray the sense of unity, the Duggars have long relied on professionally prepared photos, such as a picture of everyone wearing similar attire or a picture of a pumpkin patch. With every odd smile and mysterious caption, the already distrustful public grew even more so. What got it all started? Then came the event that completely upended everything. Tensions reportedly erupted at a family get-together intended to commemorate another Duggar engagement. Witnesses claimed that John got into a heated argument with Jim Bob, the family's father. According to an insider, John raised his voice like I'd never heard before. Everyone must stand together in Duggar land, he told Jim Bob, expressing his frustration with the family's persistent deception, pretense, and concealment of their wrongdoings. The foundation cannot possibly have any obvious defects. But John's outburst went against the unspoken rule that the family's private matters should never be discussed. Within hours, the gossip blogs and fan accounts were a flurry of activity. Alleged recordings, anonymous tips, and screenshots showed a growing family argument. Trapped in the center, Abbie. John's disobedience astounded fans, but Abbie was then held accountable. According to the loyalists of the Duggar family, Abbie was leading John astray by encouraging him to defy his father's authority. She was hailed as a quiet heroine by those who believed she was too obedient to challenge the restrictive ideals of Duggar femininity. Everyone was watching Abbie since she was at the center of the activity. Every time Sarah appeared in public without John, there were rumors that they had broken up. If she didn't show up for a family get-together, tensions would rise. Even her once-praised nursing career was reframed by adversaries as unbiblical independence inside the Duggar circle. An enormous amount of embarrassment. It was hardly a singular instance of embarrassment. It affected social media hashtags, gossip websites, and news outlets. The headline read, Duggar Civil War. They said, John and Abbie reject family rules. Again. The Duggar dynasty shattered from within. YouTube commenters cried. Every critic with a blog and every fan with a Twitter account had an opinion. Others said that the Duggars were collapsing because of their hypocrisy. John and Abbie were depicted by some as brave rebels who had at last managed to overthrow power. The formerly respectable Duggar family name has come to represent controversy, conflict, and embarrassment. Family conflicts. Things worsened considerably in private. Sources claim that John was quietly distancing himself from the Duggar family's endeavors by refusing to appear in group pictures or promotional materials. Abbie apparently stopped going to the Duggars' family nights, which were a custom intended to keep the family together. According to reports, Jim Bob, who was known for managing the family's public image, was furious. Losing John, one of his most dependable kids, was intolerable, even though losing one child to scandal was embarrassing enough. Unfortunately, Michelle, the matriarch, suffered because of the affair. She had always taken pride in displaying her kids as a single flock, but now she had to face the harsh reality that even the most obedient ones may go missing. The emphasis shifts to the Duggar family's detractors, who have long predicted that the family's meticulously cultivated image will fall apart. The audience seemed divided as the drama between John and Abbie developed, with the doubters, those who believed the Duggars were finally getting the punishment they deserved, displaying their double standards for everyone to see. Fans who sympathized with John and Abbie felt sorry for them because they believed that they were the victims of their controlling family and the unsupportive public. But shame was a common theme. It might even fracture the unstoppable Duggar name. Getting over the scandal, John and Abbie stayed out of the spotlight during the next few months. Public sightings of them declined, and they stopped posting on Instagram. Everyone wanted to know if they were planning a new YouTube channel, a memoir, a tell-all interview, or rebranding. Some believed that their only goals were to protect their child from the chaos and preserve their marriage. In the meantime, the Duggar family hurried to repair their image by focusing on more uplifting pictures and biblical passages. The meticulously chosen content, however, had little bearing on the reality. The family had never before been so publicly humiliated. Important causes of this scandal. There is more to the story of the Duggars than just the conflict between John and Abbie. It focuses on how simple it is to damage one's reputation in this digital age. In the Duggars' kingdom, impossibility was the cornerstone. Any family has disagreements, but when yours is a brand, they become embarrassing. The challenges that John and Abbie had faced showed that even the most well-crafted stories may unravel. Furthermore, humiliation spreads like wildfire once it starts, consuming entire lineages in addition to people. Conclusion: the expensive price of perfectionism. John and Abbie Duggar's narrative ultimately serves as a warning about family, fame, and the price of trying to live up to impossible expectations. They were the golden pair for a long time, the ones who may have been spared the scandals that befell their siblings. Rather, they turned into the very symbol of the Duggar family's weakness. Their shame acted as a mirror reflecting the dynasty's shortcomings. Whether John and Abbie choose to rebuild or make a final retreat, the Duggars' days of invincibility are over. The world's perception of the empire will never be the same as it was before it was brought to its knees in shame.